Guys, so funny story. I was doing a run of the Legendary Vegeta event with commentary and everything. I did it no items with the team that I'm like showing that I'm making using the video, but I didn't have my microphone on while I was recording. I was talking the whole time, but my screen record didn't have the microphone on. So yeah, I'm just going to be talking while this video is playing, basically. So I can still in some way like salvage this. This is more like post commentary. Um, yeah, this is kind of just me fiddling around trying to figure out what team I wanted to run for the sake of doing no items. And I am free to play. I even show like the specs of the units I'm using to like show you that like my box isn't exactly like broken or anything. So yeah, here we are. I'm kind of just running the Beyond Super Saiyan team on the Legendary Vegeta event to complete that mission for the free stones and the tickets, basically. Also, I just kind of like the team. I still think I do think Beyond Super Saiyan is a better team than Fusion Warrior because Fusion Warrior has just got a lot of dated units on it, or units that don't really synergize well with the leader. Because Shocking Speed is not the most prominent link on that team, as sad as it is to say, and neither is GT. I mean, you can put GT units on there, but there's really only Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and like Brapan and Pandel. I mean, there's also STR Super Vegito, pre-transformation or Goku and Vegeta, and then there's AGL, uh, Super Vegito. I think Physical has it, but again, I mean, it's not that you can't make a team that doesn't synergize with them, but they clearly feel like they were more meant for GT heroes than Fusion Warrior. So yeah, we're going up against the legendary Vegeta event, Blech. And I wanted to actually get the GT Goku and Vegeta like active skills, Vegeta and the physical Super Saiyan Goku right here. I wanted to get their active skills because I've never seen the Vegeta one, and I've only gotten the Goku one like twice. And as sad as it is to say, I didn't. Now, I probably could have if I had them on rotation together, but I wasn't going to sacrifice an entire rotation when I had a unit that actually kind of needed stacks to not get hit with like a 400k super. Like, it wasn't really at the top of my priority list to give a unit that to get like a secondary kind of super attack like once to a unit that didn't actually need it to do that much damage. It would have just been like a cool aesthetic thing. And here, see, this is my established rotation. I've got my God Boys with the Tech God Goku because he's really good now, and he shares 5 out of the 7 links with the LR. So honestly, them being a rotation is actually not a horrible thing. And then the other rotation is going to be the Friend LR and then my SS4 LR. So I've got stackers on each turn. And things actually kind of get rocky at one point, but that's more towards like the middle, or God Vegeta to Blue Vegeta. So yeah, we're kind of just sweeping through these first couple phases because this event, even though it's way harder than the first Legendary Goku event, and I'd also argue harder than the GT Goku event, or I do think it is, um, it's not even hard until we get to God Vegeta because then he starts getting dodgy. And I'm pretty sure Evolution Blue Vegeta nullifies super attack, or not nullifies super attack, nullifies dodging. So there would have been no super attack counters, or the Tech LRs got the medium chance to dodge or anything like that. So we would have basically just been forced to take a lot of damage, and it's not fun to think about. And obviously, since I'm going out of my way to salvage this video with post commentary instead of just re-recording it, I have completed the challenge in question of no iteming this event with this team. Funny enough, it actually did take me a few tries with the various teams that I was doing off camera. I was using the int Broly you saw earlier. I was even debating for this video using the STR LR Broly, but then I remembered what type the final phase was, and that Broly doesn't even stack, despite the fact that he has two guaranteed supers that will raise his defense for one turn, and he has a way higher stat boost because Vegeta is a pure Saiyan enemy through and through. It's either pure Saiyan or Goku and Vegeta family that give him that extra 50% boost that I'm pretty sure actually calculates as something like 250% because of like multiplication or something. And again, no disrespect to that Broly, I actually really like him post Easy A, but he wouldn't have even linked that well with my team. Uh, because all he would have really shared is like legendary power with the LRs, prepared for battle, and Super Saiyan. I don't even know if he had Saiyan Warrior Race or if anyone else on my team did. I know the physical Goku has a Saiyan lineage, and I think Tech God Goku is Saiyan Warrior Race. I don't know though. I haven't looked at their links in a while, so and I'm not like Truth where I just have every category's like kanji memorized or yeah, I don't know if that's the right Japanese alphabet that they use, but I don't have it all memorized. So yeah, even though I've been playing this game basically since launch, I don't know everything. I can't just look at like a super attack from an enemy and gauge whether or not it's going to do a lot of damage. Funny enough, later on, one of my units gets supered by a physical Vegeta, I think it is. And I think I guessed it was going to do like 200k, but it actually only did like 60k. If that shows you my ability to just calculate stuff on the fly. But to be fair, I don't use these units that much. Like as much as I love GT heroes, I don't really get to see this physical Goku's like capabilities because this LR over here just completely one turns everything. Oh yeah, by the way, there was a Ultimate Red Zone video that I had recorded that just didn't save to my tablet, and it wasn't even that it was inherently funny. And, oh yeah, here I am just going over like the stats of the kind of units that I'm running. You know, the potential system, any equips that they might have, link levels, that kind of stuff. And apparently there is a good way to farm link levels, but I personally just don't have the stamina beef for that, and I don't want to waste stones on stamina recovery. And again, free to play, so any bundles that might actually have stamina beef are worthless to me because I don't spend money on this game. So regardless, also, why does this Goku have such a fat health stat? It's ridiculous. Like his attack is just so much lower for some reason, and it's still a pretty solid attack stat. And now we're at God Vegeta, and this is where things get a little bit weird, or not really weird, but this is where he can start dodging. And thankfully, this phase doesn't lower defense on Super, because it would be almost impossible to use or to beat this with like tech units on the team, with the exception of this God Goku and Vegeta that can just solo like everything except for Ultimate Red Zone. But we don't talk about Red Zone. That Red Zone's a forbidden word on this channel, starting now. I guess I don't know. It's only forbidden word when I deem it forbidden. And here you're going to see the STR Easy A Vegeta that is only at the free 55%, to be fair. But he's going to take like 80k from a normal here, and it's going to hurt a lot. Like both my just self-esteem and like just my health bar because he takes like 80k. I don't even know if his super attack raises defense for one turn like the God Goku does. If it does, then that's extra sad because that basically means that this normal would have done like 130k at least. Yet look at that, 82k, and he takes 10 like 12k after that defense boost. He's not really the greatest unit to bring here if he doesn't guard, which isn't guaranteed. So basically, if you have a unit, okay, if Tech Ultimate Gohan were on any of the categories that these guys lead, then he would realistically carry almost as much as the LRs, and that's not an exaggeration. He's easily like the best TUR in the game. And funny thing, the Ginyu that's going to come out in the next couple of days might be better. I don't know. I'd like to believe otherwise, but because of how a lot of units that are going to come out are probably going to be built to make Ultimate Red Zone easier, this Ginyu could very realistically be better than Tech Ultimate Gohan. Do I believe it? No. Would it be funny? Absolutely. So now we're on Blue Vegeta, and here's where I was talking about where the Super Saiyan Goku gets super, and I think it's realistically gonna kill me or something. But then it doesn't because that unit is still broken. Honestly, GT Heroes, if it wasn't such a limited category, could easily be the best category in the game. But because GT is like the shortest part of the series, they didn't really have a lot to work with. Because even if they make a new Oob and he's like actually good, he's still gonna have like Majin centered links, so he's not even gonna be good on GT Heroes. Because the only link he'd have is like Fierce Battle and GT. Because again, he's not a Saiyan, and pretty much every good GT unit is a Saiyan. I mean, I guess he'd have Fused Fighter if it was Maju, but that's like a key link, and unless he's an LR, he doesn't need to be like full of key links for this team. I mean, there is also that Battlefield Oob, but we don't talk about him. Again, that's why I'm just assuming that any more Oobs we get in the future would be best on Majin Power. Oh wait, no, it wasn't even the GT Goku that got supered. It was these guys, and this is where they take 60k, which is admittedly a lot less impressive. I really thought it was this Goku, or maybe I expected him to take 60k from a normal because he doesn't stack, and like I don't even think he got that many Rainbow Orbs. And then here he is just taking these attacks like a champion anyway. And next turn from here is where I basically just liquefy this guy in about 5 seconds because once these 7-year LRs transform, they're basically just they can basically sweep just about anything. And it's honestly kind of a beautiful thing how the 7-year LR's links don't change post transformation at all, either of them. So realistically, you can active skill one of them and then just float the other and have them be a rotation together, and it'll work. And it'll probably be the best kind of rotation in the game because one of them's constantly building up defense and all the attacking and defense and all this, and the other one's just gonna have insane attack and defense anyway because they'll have every link active. All right, watch this. This is gonna be funny. Or wait, is it next turn? Because I remember we got the what's its face. We used a Gogeta active skill. It might have been my Gogeta, not the actually no, it is because I'm not meeting the condition. You could tell I just recorded this because my timeline of events is off. And when I was recording, I even made a comment about how since the Vegeta didn't get a single Rainbow Orb, it was probably going to get decked. And since I took 100k with these guys transformed after stacking for like the whole event, if that supered either of the other two, it probably would have killed me. And I don't feel uncomfortable saying that it probably would have killed me. 7.1 million from this guy, and keep in mind he only has about half of his links active, and none of them are really his best link. And he's still out here just being the best unit in the game. Okay, here's the thing. I'd argue the gods are slightly better, but the SS4 is more fun to use. Again, any like argument you can make for either being better is such like a small point that you really can't make a complete argument for it. See, and now because we're here and we have the second active skill, granted, we can't get Kamehameha here because uh lack of just better key links or something. I don't know. But we basically get this guy's max key super, so he's gonna do a lot of damage and the Dokkan attack. So yeah, I do the Dokkan attack anyway, just purely to be disrespectful. It would have killed him without it, because it would have guaranteed hit and it still would have done a ton of damage because they've been stacking up for the whole event. And yeah. and it's at almost 8 million. It would have been at 8 million if I put him in the middle for the Kamehameha with the GT Goku. It would have been at 8 million, probably 8.1 actually. But I didn't put him in the middle, so we could get the Dokkan Attack with this guy. And he does 11 million. That might have killed him from half health, honestly. Alright, well, that's the end of the event, but I'm just going to keep talking because I do still record my sons using the tickets that they gave out today and the mission reward tickets. Yeah, I decided to use the 7th year anniversary tickets that they gave out today. And, nothing too exciting. It's just me doing the tickets. It's not even like I stoked someone. Honestly, once the Ginyu event drops, I want to do the missions for the GT Legendary GT Goku event, and then just do a multi on the Ginyu, either to open up or close the video. And I hate this Garlic Jr., not because he's bad, but because I don't have the AGL Gohan, so he has like zero purpose for me. He's probably actually really good, and probably the only reason that that's not the worst team in the game. Besides the Gohan himself, but, because it's a kid Gohan, he lacks Link's like Super Saiyan and all that. So it's kind of wonky to put him on a team that isn't his own, or like Hybrid Saiyans, because Tech Link Gohan also doesn't have Super Saiyan and that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, by the way, it's also really funny how they didn't put Tech Link Gohan on either of the new categories. I mean, yeah, that's fair, because if they put Ultimate Gohan on there, they would have had to put like UI Goku, and they weren't gonna do that. Like it's by far the best team in the game, but by that far, are they sure they want to do that? I would be. Vegito animation, definitely a good sign, because I don't even know if Vegito or Super Vegito would mean exclusively like featured or LR or just LR, but you know, I bet you could guess why I brought that up. Bada bing, Tech Broly, the worst LR on the banner. Actually, wait, is he? I think he is actually. Or there's like three LRs that might be worse. And that's purely because they haven't easy aid yet. Because even like a Mighty Mask is good now. LR Goten and Trunks, they're good now. Also, I hate this Trunks one so much. I haven't actually beaten it. I just beat stage 7, and that's as far as I can go. Great event, honestly. I can't wait for the next the actually I actually can't wait for the LRSS4's event or easy event to come out. All I hope for is that like they're weak to good categories because most LRs, yeah, Majin Vegeta, definitely take it. But most LR events are weak to like really bad categories, like Trunks. Blech. It's not that the category is bad, it's just the only leader for the team. Nobody runs, and it's just a very niche team. So I just hope that that isn't the case. Anyway, like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and